Hi, welcome back. We are in my bathroom again because you all seem to enjoy the lighting and the setup in the last video, as did I. And as you can tell from the title, we're going to be doing a full face of Black-owned beauty brands or Black-owned cosmetic brands today. So this is something I have been wanting to do for a couple of weeks now, but I really wanted to make it a point to feature some brands that I necessarily wasn't as familiar with, so I could also share those with you all. So it's taken about a week and a half for those products to come in and just for me to kind of try them out and discover them a little bit more. I do want to go ahead and say that if I receive comments saying like, oh, I hope your channel doesn't turn into a political playground, I want to make it very clear that this has nothing to do with politics and everything to do with me using my platform in the beauty community to support and raise more awareness for especially female Black-owned cosmetic brands and just Black-owned businesses in general. And number two, just simply raising more awareness to inclusivity within the cosmetic industry. We see it every single year. Black content creators, Black consumers are begging cosmetic companies to expand their shade range, to diversify their models so that their children can see people with a similar skin tone as them, people who look like them represented in a beautiful way. And as viewers of my channel, I feel it's important that I'm honest with you. I personally have dropped the ball in my time on YouTube in learning and discovering and featuring Black-owned cosmetic brands. So for those of you who may not understand where I'm coming from, I just want to give you a little tiny example of something that maybe you can wrap your head around. While I was picking out a few more products to feature in this video, there was a website that I thought I might buy foundation from, and they actually didn't have a shade that was light enough for me. And I want you to think about that for just 10 seconds. That is exactly how Black women and men have felt for decades and decades and decades when they go to the drugstore to buy foundation, when they go online, when they watch a YouTube video and they see a product that they like, and then they go to the website and there's nothing remotely close to their shade. I can't imagine feeling that I was always being left out, especially in a space that I love so much and that I work in. So that's why it's important for me to reciprocate this to you all right now. I've been more vocal on my social media platforms because I feel I have more of a personal connection with a lot of you all on there. It's one thing, you know, to watch my videos on YouTube, and then it's another thing, a lot of you all follow me on Instagram and I get messages from you daily. I get comments from you daily. So I have several other resources on there that I've posted about if you don't follow me on there. And lastly, I do want to say that all of the money, the AdSense that I make on this video in a 30-day period is going to be going to the Loveland Foundation, which was started by Rachel Cargill. If you do not follow her on social media, I would highly recommend it. She is such a phenomenal educator. She is very raw, very honest, but she does such a great job of presenting ways to dismantle ideology that you may not even realize that you have. So the Loveland Foundation is the foundation she started, and it provides mental health services to Black women and young girls. So all the money that I make on this video will be going to that. I'm also going to link down below her foundation if you would rather just donate to it personally. So let's go ahead and get into the video. So I have already scrubbed my lips with the KNC Supa Scrub. This is a sugar lip scrub. They also have an accommodating lip balm for it, and I was a dum-dum. I thought I ordered a lip balm and lip scrub like duo set, and it actually just came with the lip scrub. So I've prepped my lips with this, and then they also make these really cool collagen infused lip masks. I have a full video on both of these products on my Instagram where I use them. I reserve these for kind of like treat yourself nights, you know, when I'm like just hanging out in the tub, relaxation. You have to leave them on for about 15 minutes, but I did want to talk about them because they're really funny when you put them on, but when you take them off, your whole lip area feels really refreshed and hydrated. So for my base product today, I'm gonna be mixing two products. I'm gonna mix the Danessa Myricks Vision Cream Cover with one of the Nyakio facial oils. So this is a skincare brand you can actually find at Target. I got one of their facial oil discovery sets, and these, I believe, are all ethically sourced from South Africa. So there's a brightening oil, an anti-aging oil, and a restorative oil. And I think I'm gonna mix with the brightening oil. So the reason I'm mixing is because the Danessa Myricks Vision Cream Cover, this is a very highly concentrated foundation. I'm talking like full-on coverage. I am not joking you when I say I literally need half a pump for my entire face. So I actually have not tried it with the oil yet. I just put the oil on as kind of like a base, and then I generally mix this with my Tatcha water cream. But I want to try mixing these together and see what kind of result we get. Okay, literally half a pump. That's probably way too much. And by the way, my color is number 3. And I think I'm just gonna do 1 or 2 drops of the oil. Maybe 3. I'm just gonna dot this on, and I'm gonna use my Real Technique sponge to blend it out. So like I said, I had been wearing the Vision Cream Cover with my Tatcha water cream, and it's been wearing really nicely. I haven't had any issues with it. One thing I do want to say is that the Danessa Myricks Vision Cream Cover does have quite a heavy rose scent, which I'm generally not the biggest fan of, but I will say that it does fade. It doesn't seem to linger on the skin. I think I like mixing this with the oil better. It's much more sheer with the oil. Oh yeah, I like it with the oil. Got a nice little glow going on. So this is the type of product that I talk about when I talk about owning like a very minimal cosmetic kit. If you own something like this that has a ton of pigment to it, you can really manipulate it and wear it full on, or you can shear it out as much as you want. So honestly, I think it is very versatile, and generally I would not go for something so full coverage. I mean, just because obviously let's be honest, I test like 10 foundations a month. My foundation drawer is overflowing. But if I had a very limited collection or wanted to keep a minimal collection, I would probably own something like this so I could be more versatile with my coverage. For concealer, I have the Beauty Bakeries Insta Bake Concealer in a shade 014. I choose Me. This is a pretty full-on coverage concealer as well, so just a few dots really go a long way. I probably could have went down maybe like 1 shade in this concealer, but it really ends up working fine. So I'm going to again use my sponge, and I'm just applying the smallest amount for a tiny bit of extra coverage. Really excited for this next product, especially when I got it in and I saw the color. It's the Uoma, I think that's how you say this brand, the Uoma, just their Sculpt and Strobe Duo Stick. I got the shade White Pearl, which I think is the lightest color, and it's just, this gorgeous kind of creamy, oh yeah, I love it. It's a very cool tone bronzer, but I am also going to be using the Fenty cream bronzer, which runs a little bit more on the warm side. And then on the other side, you have a nice little highlight stick, which is kind of like a blush tone highlight. So I think I'm gonna take my sponge again, and I'm gonna use this as just kind of like a bronzer contour combo. Oh, such a good color. So subtle. You know me, subtle girl for life. Anyways, I'm gonna use a bit of the Fenty Butta Biscuit cream bronzer on top just to kind of warm it up a bit. This is also a very light bronzer on me. I definitely feel like I could have went up to the shade called Macchiato, but it is what it is. This product has been my jam ever since I got it in, and it's the new Fenty Cream Blush in the shade Rosé Latte. It looks very brown in the packaging, but it's like that perfect, almost sunburned look, especially if you have a similar skin tone to me, and I love that for the summer right now. So I'm just gonna pop a little bit on my cheeks. This also looks so pretty on the eyes. Like for really quick, fast makeup, I'll take it and just plop it on my cheeks, and then whatever's left, I'll run it over my eyes, and I love the way it looks. It looks like natural, like you've just been out in the sun naturally. This is the Beauty Bakeries Flour Translucent Powder in Oat. And again, it's supposed to mimic the appearance of an actual like baking flour. I just love their packaging, very ingenious there. This is kind of like supposedly a cult iconic setting powder. So I'm just gonna take a little bit on my usual. This is the Morphe M438 brush. I'm gonna use that to kind of spot set underneath my eye, around smile lines, chin. Very nice. You know what? This really reminds me a lot of the Fenty Pro Filter powder, which I very much like as well. It is more on the mattifying side, but you know me, I really like to mix a slightly mattifying powder since most of the products that I use are dewy, and especially since I've used an oil mixed in with my foundation, but it looks great. It looks nice and smooth. I am going to go back and add some of this Uoma highlighter. For my brows, I have the Uoma Baby Hair Eyebrow Pencil and the Blowout Fiber Gel. I got the gel in, I think, the shade 2 and the pencil in the shade 3. Very excited about the fiber gel, but I do need to slightly do some filling in, so I thought this little pencil would be a good addition. I mean, they're looking thick. They're looking good. Can I also say that I appreciate neither one of these products were super red. Very nice, kind of cool toned, ashy undertone. Okay, I'm very excited for these next few products. I don't know how I was unaware of these products in the past, but I have already used a couple and I was dead. These are the Danessa Myricks Color Fix Cream Colors. Now you can use these on your eyes, your lips, and your cheeks. The colors that I got, I mean, aren't like super appropriate for really anything other than your eyes. Maybe the chocolate one if you wanted to go for a brown lip. But I got two of the, I think I got, this is a metallic, this is a foil, and then these two shades are matte. So I think the two colors I'm going to use today are, this olive tone. When I saw it, I was like, yes, that's immediately, I love a good swampy eye. So this one's called Olive U. It's kind of like a khaki olive tone, and I think I'm gonna pair it with the foil in Twinkle. I've already used this. This one would actually look really good with it too, but I have already used it, or I was wearing it in my previous video, and it's the Color Fix Cream in the shade Muse. And then finally I have the shade Chocolate, which is a nice rich dark brown. It looks like it might have a bit of a warm like auburn undertone to it. I might end up using this on like lower lash line, but for sure we're gonna be using Twinkle and Olive U. Okay, so I'm gonna take a little bit of Olive U on the back of my hand, just have like this very tiny dot. And I think we're gonna do a MAC 217, and I'm just gonna lay this down as kind of like a base. What the hell? This shade is like it. This shade is stunning by itself. Have I found like my new everyday just throw on shadow? I love this. Okay, well that is like perfection. I would love to just top with some mascara right now and call it a day because I love this color. But I am gonna layer like one more tiny layer, and then I do want to use the foil on top of it just because I know it's gonna be a banger. Now that I see this Twinkle shade on the back of my hand, it's more of a gold, so I think I'm gonna mix Twinkle and Muse together just so I can kind of get the same khaki like olive-esque undertone. And I mean, this may work, it may not. We'll just see. Okay, the foil tone did not mix well with the metallic. This foil shadow is very wet, and honestly, it kind of disturbed the first shade I put down, so I feel like this is definitely kind of meant to be used maybe a little bit better by itself. But yeah, I wish I would have just left it matte. I feel like I kind of messed it up slightly, but we've got a little bit of Twinkle going on. This eye it needs to be repaired, but I've been trying. I don't know if I'm gonna get it there. So it's even enough. I think I am gonna take a little bit of this chocolate tone and just kind of use it as a liner, or just to like further intensify. This is actually a very kind of like Merlot, like eggplant, like aubergine style of color. It's really not that brown, but I kind of like how it's mixing. I've been wanting to try the new Fenty Mascara, so I just got a little mini of it. On my lashes, it's very natural. It doesn't give like a ton of drama, but it's also very separating at the same time. As we all know, I'm pretty finicky about mascaras. I feel like 90% of mascaras that come out don't work on my lashes, and that's just at the fault of my own lashes. They just suck, to be honest with you. I kind of went wild when Fenty released their new Slip Shine lipsticks. I got 5. I got the shades Retro Rose, Makeout Break, Cookies and Cocoa, Glaze, and Tang Thang. And I really don't know which one I want to use. I am tempted to do like a very sheer nude, but I think my face is a little bit more on like the fair side right now, and so I want to add a bit of color to my lips. So I'm thinking Cookies and Cocoa or Retro Rose. Okay, I think I'm gonna do Cookies and Cocoa because the brown undertone kind of corresponds a little bit better with the eyes. I haven't tried these yet. I just got them in today. I like it. It's very 90s. I'm just gonna tap a little bit of my Fenty blush on my lips as well. All right, final look status here. Skin is popping. My eyes, I was able to actually mix olive and chocolate together. These cream colors are meant to be mixed. I kind of just mixed them together and created a little bit more of a custom shade for the outer corner of my eye, just to tie everything back in together. Everything looks stunning. I hope you enjoyed seeing some of these brands. I'm going to leave the link for the Loveland Foundation below. Again, thank you all so much for supporting this video, watching this video. I would love to raise as much as I possibly can to donate, and I would really encourage you to let your favorite YouTubers know that you want to see similar videos. And it doesn't just have to be in the beauty community. If you watch fashion, if you watch lifestyle, if you watch vlogging channels, this just needs to be a more open narrative that we flip and that we switch. And we're only going to get there by supporting one another and just showing inclusivity within our particular niches or niches, however you want to say it. So I hope you enjoyed this. I'm going to have all the products linked down below, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.